StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Resolve and Bakemonoda on Ruins of Endion. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player, it is Resolve. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, it is Bakemonoda. So this is a ZBT GM level game that was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Again, I do appreciate being sent GM level replays or pointed in the right direction of where to get them. If you know any GM level replays that are really excellent, go ahead and send them to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com and I'll probably cast them. I'll give you a shout out too if that's what you want. Alright, so a ZVT on Ruins of Endion. This is a 2-player map, not a 4-player map at all. These up here are not full bases. You can see they're tiny. They have giant ramps leading to them. This is like an 8th base. Like you go 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 down here, knock down these rocks, take your 4th, then go 5th, 6th, 7th. Like this is way into a huge macro game. You ever see these bases get taken. That could be what we're in for today. I don't know for sure. I don't watch these beforehand. But I do know this was a good one. It was recommended to me by somebody that I trust a lot. And so we'll see how this goes. So again, this is GM level. Take a look at the APM in the early game here. It is not super high, but again, well, some players don't like to spam a whole lot in the early stages of the game. If somebody has a 300 APM here, it just means they're clicking a lot. Not necessarily that they are super gosu. Although it does show they're capable of clicking fast, which is nice. It doesn't show they can do it when it counts, when there are actual battles and macroing back home going on at the same time. That's when you see the huge APM numbers come into play and actually matter. Spawning pool on the way for the Zerg player after the hatch, after the extractor. So definitely standard stuff from that guy. And on the way we have a Reaper. Reaper is on the way. Let's take a look at our Reaper list and see what we're going to name this fair fellow. And it's going to be... Yes, it's going to be... Well, is it Dodger Roger or Roger Dodger? Somebody requested that. Either way, it's going... Factory there. Oh, the Overlord scouts it. Sees Factory. Says, I like it. Says Resolve. I'm not sure. Bakemonoda says, I don't know what's happening here exactly. But nonetheless, he goes out and throws out the thanks here. Command Center on the way here too. Here goes Roger Dodger, the Reaper, moving on out across the map, trying to see what mischief he can do. Is that my backup program going again? Backup program, chill. There's not a lot to back up today, I promise. All right, so moving out here, we have the Roger Dodger Reaper going right past this gold base, which is protected by gold rocks, and it is a very popular attack path once those rocks are down, so it's hard to hold that gold. I haven't really seen it held for any length of time in any of the games I've cast on this map. Lings are here, and they're off creep. Get back on creep. They are faster than Reapers on creep, so Roger Dodger, yeah, getting some shots off there. Nicely done. Taking some shots to the face, though. He's not feeling super healthy, but he's not dead yet. These 4 Lings are doing exactly what they're supposed to do, chasing the Reaper away until the Queen pops out. There's the Queen. Injects, Katie at charge, getting off there. And, oh, gets a Ling kill. Nicely done. That's not a drone kill, but it's a Ling kill. Roger Dodger is not doing too poorly for himself. Once the Queen's out, though, it is very difficult to get anything done as a Reaper. Maybe something up here. No, there's a Queen here, too, obviously. So now I think his job is just to make sure that no huge swell of Lings come out here unbeknownst to Bakemonoda. He needs to be ready to see that. A Spine Crawler coming up. He is worried about some early aggression. Is Resolve, and this does appear, well, it's almost a 1-base play. I mean, we do have the 1-1-1 build into the Command Center. And another Command Center, so it's a 1-1-1. It's a Destiny Cloudfist build into 2 Command Centers. We have a Viking on the way, a Hellion on the way, maybe a couple of Marines there too. And are you going to get another kill? No, speed kicks in. Speed kicks in, but dies anyway. So 2 kills? 2 kills for Roger Dodger, not bad. We'll keep an eye on him on this mini-map for the time being. Roach is on the way for Resolve. 2 more Queens in production, well, 1. Anyway, Spore Crawler coming up. Excellent. Might as well get a Spore. You don't know about those Liberator openings. That Starport could have easily made a Liberator. It was better to be safe than sorry for Resolve. Viking does take down that Overlord and temporarily supply blocks Resolve. Those early Vikings are not bad. You don't see them a lot in professional level games, but if you can supply block the Zerg player for a couple minutes in the early game, it can really pay off later on down the road. Marines coming out. There's that Liberator. Liberator on the way. I think I saw, who was it? A Laser? A Laser on Twitter the other day was complaining about a specific spot on a specific map where Liberators could hang out and Spore Crawlers couldn't reach them at all. Like, the range was supposed to be nerfed to the point where that wasn't supposed to be possible in the early game, but apparently there are a couple maps where that is still an issue. So Laser was trying to point that out to Blizz and say, yo, this, I can't do anything about this in the early game. It basically shuts down half of my mineral line. I can't touch it with Queens. I can't touch it with Spore Crawlers. What am I supposed to do? So hopefully that will be changed, because I can understand the frustrations in a complaint like that. A Viking flying around, making sure there are no overlords to scout this Liberator coming in. I like this tandem. Basically make sure the Liberator comes in and the Zerg player is blind when it arrives. And we'll have to see if that is the case here. Does he have anything that indicates... I mean, the Spore Crawler he made a long time ago. So obviously that is something he was just preparing for just in case. Got some roaches down here in case there's a drop. Just a couple is all you need. Those Marines unload very slowly, one at a time. Liberator takes a shot. Queen stabbing away too. Get out of the circle. Queen, get out of the circle. Oh, just does. One drone gets killed there too. Spore Crawler moving on over to burrow in a spot. Hopefully we can kill the Liberator. And, oh, did you get another kill? Killing Larva. Okay. So not quite the same as anything else. Oh, it doesn't actually pull out in time. And the Liberator dies. All right. So tough move there from Bakemonoda. Don't want to see that happening. But the Spore Crawler does get a kill. The Viking is making sure no overlords come out this way. We have some Hellions at the front door. Is there the ability? Yes, you can go into Hellbats. And there it is. There's the transformation. Transformers. More than meets the Hellbat. All right, so a couple creep tumors going to die very immediately. Bad time to push those out, unfortunately, for Resolve. Loses all of those brand new tumors. Queen trying to run, gets burned to death instead. Some roaches here. Just a handful. Just a handful of roaches picking up. Boosting out with the Marines. Going to try to deny this third base. Might be able to do it. The Hellion's going to maybe do a run by if there's a response from the Zerg up here at the third. Marines, are they going to move in? I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're doing. Hellions are just holding the Zelnaga watchtower. Worker count is 38 to 43 right now, so the Terran player is in the lead, playing very well. It's kind of a non-standard opening build, but I like it. I mean, it allows you to get some early pressure out here. The Queen dies immediately. No match for this number of Marines. Same thing, though. They're no match for that number of roaches, so they back on out. +1/+1 for the melee attack and the ground carapace coming up for Resolve, which usually means we're going to see some ultras later on in this game. If you start the upgrades this way, that early, then they're not going to be a Roach Ravager comp at all. A lot of Queens here for Resolve, though. 5 total. Are they all right here? What about your injects, Resolve? What about your... Okay, making some more Queens, which is fine. Infestation Pit on the way. Getting Glial Reconstitution, so definitely wants the roaches to be fast. Maybe not go roaches all the time, but having fast roaches with the numbers that you have is always super useful. Maybe some drops attempted this way. Overlord is scouting the placement of that third command center. Might start pooping some creep here. And it will start doing it way before the orbital command shows up. Ling's trying to knock down these rocks, give themselves an additional attack path out. Or just the ability to actually attack down if there are some tanks down here, for example. It's easier to attack down this ramp than run all the way around here and then try to attack the tank, because that just is really annoying. Bakemonoda with an attempted drop on this way. Anything to defend against this? No, absolutely not. So here we come. 4 Hellbats on the way. Again, pooping creep there, taking some shots from the Spore Crawler. Not enough to kill it, though. Overlord's running. Hellbats dropping. Good pull, though. Pretty good pull of drones. Did any of them die? A couple of them died. Some Lings coming in, getting some nice surrounds. But man, this heal is really good. Does he lose any? Nope, doesn't lose any of his Hellbats unless these medevacs die, and I'm not sure that they are. He's dropped. He dropped again. Why would you drop here? Oh, losing one of the medevacs and another one possibly going to die. No, the other one does manage to live, but we'll have to fly past the Spore Crawler. Knocking it down into the red. Very low in health. 28 hit points. Overlord finally getting shooed away. This creep will recede. Widowmine shot actually finishing it off. That's interesting. Seems a little bit unnecessary, but whatever. SCV's coming in to do some more mining at this location. Spore Crawler coming up there. I love the static defense from Resolve. It is 65 to 49 harvesters, and at this point has lost 2 drones. Only 2 drones have died so far. With all the dropping that's been going on from Bakemonoda, I'm kind of surprised by that. And the Liberator attacks. The harassment's been good, just hasn't been as effective as you want as a Terran player. Trying to take a 4th base. I think this drop is intended to check on that 4th base and shut it down if there is one. Creep spread continuing to move across the map here. Right across the middle. It's looking very good indeed. Despite the attack on creep tumors here, Resolve has still got it moving, which is nice to see. Oh man, look at all this stuff going to drop. The Lings, can they hold it? Oh, these roaches and Ravagers can. Here it is. Yeah, Crossabile getting shot up and not hitting anything at all, which is good news for the Lings. But good response time from Resolve. Spore Crawler here is good. Maybe a Spine would be nice, but just leaving a few Ravagers here is also not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Another attempted drop from Bakemonoda. All right, so is this a situation where Resolve is refusing to go Spire? I think he is. I think he's refusing to go Spire right here, and it might come back to hurt him. Lings on top of everything. Crosabile's landing and getting one of the Widow Mines. That's good. This one has 11 kills, and it is not dead yet. Going to drop on the outskirts of the creep. Another drop running all the way back home is Resolved. There's a good thing there's creep here because it helps them get there faster, but Is it fast enough? Spore Crawler with 1 kill does get taken down. Does explode in a shower of blood. A couple Lings show up early and die. Widowmine shots getting off. Oh, forcing a cancel on that Overseer that was morphing in as well. Corrosive Vials landing, killing that Widowmine. There's another one still here there. I'm not sure that Resolve knows about that one, but he does force Bakemonoda to pick up and boost on out. Another drop up here. Can they force a cancel? Is Resolve going to cancel it? He does. He cancels the hatch. This number of queens, I don't think it's enough. The Marines are +1, +1, +2, +2, just about to finish. Lings and queens going to do better in that situation, especially considering the transfuses that we saw there. But Chitinous Plating and 7 Ultras in production right now for Resolve. Ultralisk Cavern, I think you guys saw that coming up in the production tab as I did. Another drop back here, attempting a drop back here. Ghost Academy just about finishing up for Bakemonoda. He knows how to deal with Ultras. He knows if you don't see a Spire, if you don't see Infestors, if you don't see Lurkers, it's probably going to be Ultras at this stage in Legacy of the Void. So he's preparing for it. Oh, does he kill 2 medevacs there? He might have killed 2 medevacs there. There are 2 that are dead. Entirely possible. This Queen Defense Force, not bad. Just the +2/+2 is a little bit intimidating. Coming back around and getting destroyed by Corrosive Bile. Focusing up here, unfortunately. On top of this ramp where the Queens can't see them. That's not a good feeling there either. Is this one going to die? Corrosive Bile is available. Ultras, Collector's Edition Ultras from Heart of the Swarm, trundling their way down. More Corrosive Biles heading. Bakemonoda expanding again on up here. Marines with a weird formation, like making a half circle around this base. I don't know. Oh, okay. They were killing the rocks, and then the rocks disappeared. That's what it was. That's why they were making that weird stance. Can 2 queens kill a Marine being healed by a medevac? No. Nope, they cannot. Not enough DPS here, especially with no attack upgrades. Can this... Okay, the Lings showed up to assist. Did take the Marine down. One Marine does scout things out. Possibly it was a changeling. Can't really tell from the corpse there, but one of the 2 is what we are seeing. Overlord's hanging out. Resolve is at 155 to 192 total supply. With how many Ultras does he have? He has 7, and he's getting 2 more. He's getting +3 ground armor, or carapace rather, a +3 melee attack. He already has chitinous plating, and here we come. Ultras on this bile. Can the Lings get the wraparound? Can they trap them? No. No, couldn't quite trap them. Backing them up against this might be good here too. Lings are eating them alive. Oh, that whole group gets eaten. But a big push with a lot of +2/+2 Marines. Going to take down this hatch. Finish what he started. Is Bakemonoda. Bam. There it goes. Picking up, boosting around. That was a nice pickup from Bakemonoda. But unfortunately, this base seems completely undefended. The Ultras are moving on in to take it out. Yeah, that was going to be a planetary fortress. Not anymore. As there's the cancel. Hey, good job picking up some SCVs, keeping them alive. That's a good response there from Bakemonoda. 8 p.m. for these players is there we go. About 2:30 on average for the Zerg, 2:02 exactly for Bakemonoda throughout this game. See, like I told you, when stuff is happening, that's where it comes into play. All the mules in the world get thrown down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8 orbital commands that he has? How does he have 8? I guess he didn't have 8. He was probably just not using his energy as efficiently as he could have. All right, so the Ultras do show up. They're going to knock down these rocks. The Liberator sets up shop. I'm not sure the Ultras actually care. Steady targeting does. Oh, look at that. Taking him down to 5 hit points. 5 hit points. Ghosts looking super snazzy right now. +2, +2, +3 seconds away from finishing. Excellent job. Trying to drop down here, but there's a 2 Ultras in good positions, actually. So the Ultra is just basically begging them to please, please land. We will munch on you all day long. No ghosts in those medevacs at all. Maybe a transfuse would be good for this Ultra because it's very, very low on HP. 2 Spires on the way for Resolve. So maybe... Oh, Ultra dies immediately. So maybe we are going to see some Broodlords here eventually. The good thing is that the +3/+3 for the ground and the ground armor, for the melee, rather, is it's good for Broodlings too. So that might be something we see from Resolve, a bit of a tech switch here. He does have enough economy to make it happen. 59 workers, has a fairly large bank. He's denied a couple bases already from Bakemonoda. Small push coming in with the Marines. They are +3/+3. Very scary. 4 ghosts at a time being produced and a greater Spire coming up for Resolve. Clearing out some of this creep. It's about time. That's all I have to say. And if with nothing to kill, with nothing to kill these medevacs, it's just, I would love a handful of oh look, a handful of corruptors. 7 corruptors on the way for Resolve. Exactly what I think he needs. These medevacs have been killing him a lot lately. Woo, excuse me there. Threw it on mute to sneeze. I don't have allergies, just once in a while. Woo, that's a good one. Not quite landing as Bakemonoda doesn't trust his ability to hold that, doesn't want to lose the command center either. If there are corruptors here, that'd be a different story. Do you have burrow, little one? Do you have burrow? You do not have burrow. Not researched yet. Drop in here as Bakemonoda, checking for a base that does not exist. Gotta feel good about that. New constructed base on the way for resolve up on that top side. Widowmine shots on everything. Not really enough to take down the ultras. They have a lot of HP. But they need something to kill that Liberator. And that number of ghosts is just so intimidating. So darn scary. Drop it inside the main. Can they get the Greater Spire? The Corruptors will get the medevac. It's a race against time. And yes, Greater Spire taken out. The Marines all die. They don't care. They got the Greater Spire. That is such a nice pickup. No Broodlords, well, except for the 4 that are already coming out for resolve. So, okay. So it's going to be an Ultra Ling Corruptor Broodlord composition from resolve. Anything else for this guy? He does have a Roach and a Ravager, but yeah, that's mostly what we're going to deal with here. Corruptors really, really want to kill these Liberators. Can't quite do it with the support on the ground from Bakemonoda. Transfuses on the Ultras to keep them alive, upgraded as they are ever going to be with 8 total armor. Great stuff, but again, this steady targeting ability right here, 170 damage, ignoring armor is just so impressive. So exactly what you need against Ultras. Lings swinging around here too. Widowmine shots are going off, but they're all completely dead. Corruptors killing 1, 2 Liberators. 2 Liberators pushing Bakemonoda off that position in the middle of the map. Creep tumors are being put on this creep that is dying very quickly indeed. Here's the steady targeting though. Broodlings being thrown down, canceling a few of those though. Alright, so I do like that from Resolve. Able to throw down Broodlings right on top of the Ghost. That does actually disrupt the timing on that 1.43 seconds they need to channel that spell. It doesn't seem like a lot of time, but if you think about it, it's like 1,000, 2, and then you're there. So, I mean, it's a window. You can hit it as Zerg. Steady targeting. Woo! Evaporating that Corruptor ball. Only 2 remain. That was a lot of dead Corruptors already. How many is that one? 7. 7 were killed. Steady targeting has many uses. As you can see, not just for killing Ultras, also good at killing Broodlords. Although the range on that can be a bit of a problem, and good at killing Corruptors and Overseers and Queens and things like that. So alright, setting up here. Pushing creep up this way is an interesting location for it. I do like it. I do like this move from Resolve. Not pushing across the middle, as the scan would assume. Oh, but the scan finds it anyway. Bakemonoda has a lot of orbital commands, and he is definitely keeping tabs on where the Zerg swarm is. Some Bailings getting mixed in here. Centrifugal hooks on the way. 17-minute centrifugal hooks. Seem a little bit late, but that's okay. Lings trying to run. That's a lot of deads. Oh, not Lings. A lot of dead SCVs. That's 19 dead SCVs to 10 dead drones. 71 to 51 workers right now. And here we go. The Vikings really want to kill those Broodlords. Ultras coming in. Lings swinging in from the backside and actually canceling a lot of steady targeting just because they're able to get hits off. Yes, they will die, but it allows the Ultras to live for just a little bit longer here. Any anti-air against these Liberators? No. None whatsoever. The Vikings are doing their jobs right now. Another scan. This Queen trying to go the long way around. Steady targeted. Boom. One shot. One shot steady targeted. How many HP do they have? If they're hurt, it can be a one shot. They have 200 hit points. Look at all this steady targeting. Oh, the massacre. The massacre. That's a dead ghost sound that you heard right there. They die so loudly. Another base on the way for Resolve. He's not stopping the macro in the middle of this great back and forth he has going with his Terran opponent. Another base on the way for Resolve. Double expand down here. And actually, these rocks were never destroyed, which makes it a little bit hard, or these ones either, for Resolve to get in here and deny this. So I like it. I like what Bakemonoda is doing. Yes, he hasn't been able to get this one up, but getting a gold base should help immensely in the grand scheme of things. A Viking count really high. Hear those steady targeting, and all those Ultras are gone. There's still one here, mind you. One, Corruptors versus Vikings. How are the upgrades on the Corruptors? No upgrades on the Corruptors, no upgrades on the Vikings. Steady targeting attempting to be used. They just have to hold still to do it. And that's hard to do when an Ultra and a bunch of Lings are barreling down upon your position. Is there adrenal glands? Yes, adrenal glands has been. Research personal cloaking on the way. Yep, personal cloaking for the ghosts. I guess if you kill the Overseers, it's harder to see them. And their steady targeting is more difficult to disrupt. I like that decision from Bakemonoda. Getting +1 Flyer Carapace is Resolve. Feeling good about that. Scans all over the place right now. Ultra with 3 total kills is a Predator, but how many Ultras have died so far? The answer is 8. 8 Ultras have died. That is so many lost resources. So many lost resources. So 19,000 lost for the Zerg and about 13 for the Terran player. That's usually how it is, though. Terran's more cost-effective. Zerg can get an army up faster, and a bigger one, too. And that's generally how things have been balanced for a long time in StarCraft 2. 188 to 165 total supply in favor of the Zerg player. 10 worker bonus as well. And that's a big ball of Corruptors. Taking out one Liberator and another one. Steady targeting, though. Able to hurt a lot of these. Doesn't one-shot them, mind you. They still have around 20 hit points when after all is said and done. Lings swinging around the back here, too, doing a fantastic flanking maneuver. Widowmine shot. No, does not get the Widowmine shot. Cloaked Ghosts are here, but Overseers are in the air. Trying to steady target. Trying to stutter step their way on out of here. If all these Ghosts die, that might be actually it for Bakemonoda, but no. No, it is not it. Steady targeting being used. Ultra killed immediately. A few of them turn around to get that done. Queens do manage to take down a Liberator despite the fact they have no attack upgrades still. Oh, but they're all dead now because, again, steady targeting. Just absolutely melting these units. More Ultras trying to come in. Trying to get that cleave on off, but the stutter step micro from Bakemonoda is great. So good. A lot of these Ghosts will die. No, a lot of them get picked up and saved. Picked up and saved. Liberator with 4 kills, getting some shots off there, too. Lings moving on up. Going to kill this base. Can they get it? No, there's the lift. There's the lift off. Where are those Corruptors? They're all dead. Yeah, there are no Corruptors on the field anymore. Okay. Oh, no, they're right there. What? Oh, here they are, right next to Ultras. All right, 5 of those, 2 Ultras on the field right now. That should be enough of that base. But the gold base, again, keeping Bakemonoda in this thing. It is incredibly back and forth right now. Really don't know what to say. The Corruptors are finally going to finish this thing off. No attack upgrades notwithstanding. This base now being taken by Resolve after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is his 7th base right now. Which, again, you don't take it early because there are rocks in the way, and Zerg players have better things to do than knock down rocks with their 4 early Lings. So if you just keep that in mind, Zergs might want to expand up the side of the map rather than taking this one here. Also because it's easy to drop like back and forth here from the Terran. Very annoying to deal with. Corruptors might as well. They said, as long as we're over here, we'll take out another Liberator. The Vikings might kill them all, though, which would be a problem. What's their move speed? 3.85 and 4.13. So Corruptors can run away, which is why Bakemonoda didn't bother chasing them down. 9 more Corruptors on the way. I feel like Resolve might just be transitioning directly into Broodlord. He does have the Greater Spire. Mind you, no further upgrades on these guys on the way, though. Just that +1 Carapace has been completed, as we all know. And here we come. 2 Planetary Fortresses. Go! Go, Lings, go! Missile turrets killing the Overseers. That's a bad feeling. 1 PF down immediately. Ultras trying to do what they can. Lings trying to kill the SCVs and prevent the repair. Not going to happen. Army does show up, chases them away. That's so many dead Lings. 360 dead Zerglings in this game. 360, 100 Marines, 12 Ghosts, 14 Vikings, and Partridge in a pear tree. All right, Ultras, ready to go. Haven't been most effective units in the world these days. Missile turrets chasing away the Corruptors. I think this might be a last stand for Bakemonoda. He cannot afford to lose this base. Steady targeting, dead Ultra. Steady targeting, dead Ultra. Some Broodlings tossed on down, and then immediately the Broodlords retreat. Run! Run from the Vikings! Nope, not fast enough. Man, they are so slow. 1.97 move speed, so darn slow, but all these bases are up for Resolve. Bakemonoda has not really been able to do much about that. 68 to 61 total Harvesters. Base count is definitely favoring the Zerg right now. I'm going to say that much. Banelings on the way, but are they going to finish by the time this attack comes in? The Corruptors trying to do what they can. Lings moving in now before the Banelings finish. The Cloaked Ghosts are throwing down steady targets as best as they can. And can the Banelings make a connection? That'd be a huge deal. Missile turrets coming from the ground to the above. Banelings finally do crash in on a few of these Ghosts, but there are still a whole bunch left over. Can they kill that Ultra? Not using steady targeting. Corruptors. There we go. Corruptors getting rid of these Medivacs, slowly whittling them down. Are these guys too low on energy to use steady targeting? No, they are not, but why are they not doing it? I don't know. I don't know, but that's a lot of dead Medivacs, unfortunately, for the Terran player. It is now 154 to 141 total supply. More Vikings on the way. More Ghosts, 5 at a time, mind you. For Bakemonoda, this base has not necessarily even been hurt at all, but again, Resolve just has so much income pouring in from all these different locations. 2,400 minerals compared to 1,400. Another attack down here. Steady targeting is being used now. Another Ultra is gonna die. All of them, actually, I think, at this point. No, still alive. What? How are they still alive? Oh, that one is not. Ultras, Queens, Banelings on top of all those SCVs. Caustic Spray being used. They do manage to take down the planetary fortress. The ghosts really want to get revenge here and kill everything that they see, but too low on energy. As we see, they've been using steady targeting to no end today. Is it enough? Is it enough to win? It's 125 to 104 total supply. Trying to kill these queens before they run away, and even just the straight attacks doing fairly well right now. 13 damage per shot against those queens. Vikings getting some shots off there too. This base not looking super healthy, but it is 33 dead SCVs to 10 drones. I feel like Resolve can live with those results. Replanting this base, expanding up here. Hey, he managed to sneak a base up here. Oh no, what? How does Resolve not know about this? He has creep, but it doesn't have vision unless there's a creep tumor? Is that what I'm seeing here? That's crazy. All right, Lings trying to kill all of these mules. Can the command center be upgraded to a planetary fortress in time? Nope, not even close. Look at all these dead mules. Ah, oh, that hurts. SCVs being killed too. No, are they being spared? They're being spared. The Lings are letting them live because they want to go home and save against this mass ghost attack that's been going on. The Corruptors do finish off this command center. Did they see this one? They see it now. That base going down too. So active on the map is Resolve, doing a great job, making sure Bakemonoda does not take any bases he does not know about. That's such a huge thing in Legacy of the Void. And the command center ends up falling. There it goes. SCVs are running on up here. SCVs transferring back and forth, doing some long distance mining, but that's a lot of Zerglings right now. 155 to 23 total supply. Widowmine shot does kill a single Ling. There are 80 Lings on the field, fully upgraded. Ultras here too. There's the cloak. There's the cloak. The Overseers do come in. The Lings really want to kill these things, but it's extra damage versus Lings from the Ghost. As we can see, 26 damage. A lot of dead Ghosts getting surrounded. Marauders getting killed there too. Resolve pushing on in with what he has. Oh, steady targeting, taking down that one very quickly. That Ultra is dead. How many dead Ultras? 18 dead Ultras in this game. 18. Oh, that's so much gas. That is so much gas the Zerg player did not want to lose today. That was not in his goal to lose gas. Corruptors really want to just fly past these Vikings and get murdered. So that's what they'll do. I cannot really judge them on their lifestyle choice, but they ended up dead, so maybe that's what they wanted. Another base attempting to go up by Resolve, and he does let it finish, only to have the Ghost take it right on down again. It's 118 to 68 total supply, though I'm not sure how much Resolve actually cares. More Corruptors coming out now at the same time. Lings, Ultras up here defending these bases they just took. Not really worried about any kind of a rampage. These Ghosts can go on down here as they're pretty terrible against buildings, and it should give Resolve enough time to come back and respond. Units tab, 16 Ghosts for Bakemonoda, 2 Liberators and 4 Vikings, 22 SCVs versus 3 Ultras, 3 Corruptors, and 44 Lings. Bakemonoda with a no money GG. Bakemonoda is defeated, and Resolve is victorious. What an absolutely crazy back and forth game there. Man, ZVTs on this map, they live up to the hype. That's all I'm going to say. What an absolutely fantastic display by both Bakemonoda and Resolve. Bakemonoda making use of those Ghosts. Again, let's take a look at that. 18 Ultras killed, 47 Corruptors killed. How much gas is that lost? 11,900 gas lost by Resolve in that game. 37,000 minerals compared to a total of 27,000 resources lost for Bakemonoda. Just super cost efficient, but just couldn't quite get the bases up. I think if he could hang on to this base, maybe hang on to this base a little bit longer, he could have kept the army going. He wouldn't just relied entirely on Ghosts. He could have got some Marines, Marauders out there. More Vikings perhaps would have been good, but in the end, did end up losing 26 Vikings, 126 Marines, and 27 Ghosts, which again is a lot of gas, but man, that Zerg player took some shots to the face and pulled it out in the end anyway. So well played indeed by Bakemonoda, but Resolve is our victor today, representing Zerg, and that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.